Hey guys, how's it going? Don't really have a script for this video, but Bungie had let us know that they were going to be showing us the path forward or the journey forward, journey ahead or whatever. And I initially was like thinking I should make a reaction video to this. And then I'm like, yeah, no, it's probably not going to be that exciting. And now I wish I would have because I've seen it once and man, there's just so much that's good about Destiny right now. If you've been wondering, I get asked on stream all the time, is now a good time to come back? I can wholeheartedly say, like, yeah, it's a really good time. We have a great year of content to look forward to, and they go even beyond this year, which we'll show in the trailer. But I just want to kind of maybe throw some points out there as to what I noticed. But just to kind of, I guess I'll put a time step if you want to skip ahead just to the video. But just to recap kind of my thoughts so far, I've put about 60 hours into the final shape since Tuesday, and I've had some incredible memories. The campaign is amazing. Don't worry, I'm not going to spoil anything as far as the campaign goes. Um, but the Salvation's Edge raid, I mean, it's just I'm like speechless. I was telling my wife just all the mechanics and the crazy stuff that's in the raid, and she's like, "Okay, that's awesome." But I feel like I have to just share it with people because I have so much joy out of what they've given us with this expansion with Salvation's Edge. Salvation's Edge is a basically a college level physics course compared to every other raid now, which every other raid you can consider as kindergarten. Literally every other raid, maybe Vow of the Disciple as like a fifth grade course. But yeah, get ready if you want to run Salvation's Edge because it's insane and I love every moment of it. It's awesome. I still don't have a full clear. I'm on the witness right now. I know how to do the fight. We were just really late last night and we just could not get the clear. We had people in the UK that were needing to go to bed and it's totally makes sense, but we will get the clear hopefully today. But yeah, the raid itself, absolutely incredible. And I want everyone to experience it. I don't know how easy it's going to be to teach. You definitely will need to watch videos before you get into the raid in order to have a smooth raiding experience for everybody that you raid with. I would highly recommend that. And I'm going to try and make a guide on it. But I guess just 10 out of 10 is my thoughts. When Lightfall came out last year, my channel was a little bit newer and I was worried instantly. I thought that my channel was going to die because Lightfall, I just saw all the signs of a bad expansion. And I can't say the same about this. This is just everything that Lightfall wasn't. So I hope that you guys agree with me. The overall sentiment that I'm seeing is that everything is very positive, and I don't know how you can't like this expansion. I see that as just straight up hating, you know? So uh or not really having any reason to, like, maybe you didn't play it all, maybe you don't know the story or whatever, I don't know. But either way, let's just get into it. This is what we have for the year ahead. So if you skipped ahead, welcome back. Um Here we go. Let's watch this together.
Episodes are telling singular stories that stand on their own, that are also building up mysteries for the future of Destiny.
For the episodes, we introduced this single object of immense power, an echo as a direct result of the battle with the Witness.
All of the darkness that was holding it together exploded out, colliding with the matter-making properties of light, manifesting all of these different memories inside of the Witness.
This collision of darkness and light created this explosion, and so these echoes spread across the galaxy.
This comes out tomorrow, by the way.
The first echo that we encounter
Echoes.
landed on Nessus. What they find there is that this
June
echo has transformed the planet, awoken it into something it's really not supposed to be.
So we go down to Nessus, and we immediately realize that the Vex are acting a little strange. So we work with Failsafe and the first activity, Breach Executable. And this is a 3-player
I love the new
activity,
armor.
arena style, kind of offensive that we haven't really done before. We've got these big, cool, like, geysers of radiolaria that explode out of the ground, and you need to cap them off while you're keeping the enemies at bay.
Things that have only existed in the Vex net are now coming out into the real world. You're gonna see that, like, Nessus is different now.
As we get deeper and deeper towards the core, it really starts to become very apparent.
So you're gonna go down into these landmarks and you're gonna unearth the ancient secrets of a lost civilization.
We have a mysterious new enemy, and they are able to do things that we have not encountered in an enemy before. We're seeing new behavior from the Vex. Who is behind this, but also what are they doing and to what end?
Okay, so I'll stop it there. I'll kind of recap what I think about each episode, give like a 2 second little thought on what I feel about it. Echoes, I'm probably the least excited about, even though I'm very excited about it. So it's still, my excitement is like an 8 out of 10 for Echoes. The other two just look absolutely crazy. So Nessus is getting transformed. Apparently, I haven't seen it yet, but there are like earthquakes happening on Nessus right now as a result of the end of the raid. So basically, we finished the raid. Won't do any spoilers, but finishing the raid does something to where it creates these echoes, as they've mentioned, that appear everywhere, and we don't really know what they are yet. They're just remnants of the final battle, and that's that. It's obviously very Vex themed, and like I said, 3-player activity. They said it's unlike anything we've ever seen before. I don't know how much twist they could put on a 3-player activity at this point, because we had 23 seasons, and now this is technically the 24th with the first episode. So I don't want to just say that they can't do anything new, but I'm not as excited about 3-player activity. They did release some weapons. Maybe I'll put a graph over the screen right now. They're adding more weapons to the loot pool. Obviously, with the new seasonal weapons, we have the Vex themed ones and the Saint 14 Season of Dawn weapons. So those should be pretty cool. And apparently they have pretty good perks on them as well. I did see some data mine stuff on there, and we have some really, really good weapons coming, a new exotic mission as well. And then the way that it works with these echoes, I guess this might be a longer explanation for the echoes one, but each of these episodes is going to it's going to come in 3 acts. So we have 6 weeks at a time. Act 1 is 6 weeks, and then they put all the release dates for the other ones in there. But August 26th, I think, is when Act 3 releases. And then the second episode of the year will start, which is called Remnant, I think, Remnants or something like that. Now, with these episodes, we're getting 100 ranks in our battle pass for the first act, and then every second, or the second and third act, will each bring 50 more ranks to the battle pass. That's more cosmetics, maybe a new exotic weapon, I don't know. But either way, very cool. And then we're also getting another artifact row or column. So we're going to have 7 columns by the time Act 3 comes out on our artifact, and they said that they will be very powerful artifact perks that will definitely change up the metas. So whatever you're used to, it seems like it's going to be no more than 6 weeks long that we're just using the same builds over and over and over again, where when we were doing that for 3.5 months, or in this case 7 months with last season, things got really old. So I was very tired of using Strand Titan after 7 months with Banner of War, because it was just too good to give up. But anyway, let's continue. Revenant, that's what it is.
Revenant is going to be very Fallen themed.
The Fallen don't have a home planet anymore. Reese has been gone for a long time, and they've been looking for a new home across the galaxy.
Revenant has more dark fantasy themes. It's about slaying vampires with a touch of Splicer mixed in.
The player gets to be a Slayer Baron. We'll learn that...
Just look at these armor sets. Like, top notch. I love the concept
in
art for all
Elixir
this.
culture, this
So
was a
sick.
role that was reserved for the most renowned monster hunters.
For that one, we took a really hard lean into
Oh my
the
gosh.
Vampire Hunter fantasy.
Oh, dude. Like,
We're
give me all
introducing
this
a
now.
system called potion crafting. Combat potions boost your artifact directly. Then your loot potions, those are going to allow you to have agency over the rewards that you're chasing. What we'd like to
Give it to
do
me.
in year 10 is give players more agency in their pursuits. You'll see more experiences where you can kind of decide what you want to do in this next step.
Fikrul is back, and he's got the Echo. And this is what Fikrul's using to build his new Army of Darkness. And he's moved into an Awoken Watchtower. Fikrul's Vampire Keep. We took a lot of inspiration from horror for that one.
Come on.
Heresy is
So sick.
about the Hive Pantheon.
Okay, so I said I'll talk about each one. The whole vampire monster hunter fantasy, like, that is some of my top stuff. I love that. I love the armor aesthetic, everything, the weapon aesthetic, that white and pink almost looks like kind of King's Fall color-ish, but in a more vampire theme, and it just looks awesome. The whole potion crafting thing looks really cool. and that will come out, I believe, in I think it's September, end of September. This is when this should come out. So Revenant got a little bit of time until that happens, but it's going to be here before we know it. And dude, like the theming and where they're going with it. So Fikrul is back from Forsaken. He now has an echo, so we know echoes are at least maybe important artifacts from what happened with the final battle with the raid that maybe powerful enemies or even us were trying to collect. I don't know if getting all of them is like the Infinity Stones. Maybe it will be make you like extremely powerful or something like that. But it seems like having one echo has made Fikrul rise up an army. So I think even one is pretty good. So that I think is going to be kind of maybe the storyline for the first few years is something around these echoes that people are trying to collect. We'll see.
Dealing with some new interesting revelations that happen. We want to take the Hive Pantheon and shake up the snow globe. It means that we want to take the existing relationships that we see inside of it and put them through such a stress test that they come out changed.
In Heresy, there's this new eldritch force that's bubbling up to the surface that is opening new doors, creating powerful mysteries, and ultimately they'd lead us back to the Dreadnaught.
We're going back to the Dreadnaught. It's awesome. Some fans might think we've forgotten
baby.
about the Dreadnaught completely.
Best destination.
But we're going to give it a whole new purpose.
We want this to be an eldritch, inscrutable fortress of secrets.
The peeling that you'll see on the Dreadnaught, the weapons themselves are peeling back to reveal a new, spooky, bony front. Since this
the
release
Titan
deals
armor.
with kind of two big themes, we have two armor sets. We've had some armor sets that are kind of in the Eris theme in the past, but this is like straight up, I'm Eris's squad. And
Yeah.
then the Hive
Now,
Ship
give it.
Navigator armor set explores like, what if we were driving the ship? What if we were the navigators?
If you really like Shattered Realm, if you really liked the Coil, you're going to love this new Dreadnaught activity.
Yes.
With every episode, there are a ton of interesting twists and turns that I don't think anybody's really going to suspect. We haven't seen anything like this in Destiny before, and I'm excited to get after it.
Frontiers Destiny 2. So keep that in mind. So 2025 we will find out, or that's when the next batch of episodes will come out. The next expansion, I'm pretty sure, so if we go back, Destiny 2 codename Frontiers. This is confirmation, at least in my opinion, of another expansion. A lot of people were thinking that this was the last expansion and they were just going to continue to do more episode, but not necessarily expansions. Codename Frontiers, this is the next one. So we'll have 3 episodes, hopefully within Codename Frontiers. That's how I'm seeing it. Let me know if you're seeing it any other way. That's at least how I see it. And then, yeah, 2025 is when this will. And so now we'll go back to Heresy real quick. And a couple things I wanted to point out. First off, Xivu Arrath is still alive. I think we kind of forgot about her with all the witness stuff going on. But Xivu is still extremely powerful and out there. So we got to do something with that. I'm assuming we'll probably deal with her in Heresy. The other thing is I'm not sure if the Dreadnaught is going to be an actual destination added to the game, or if it's just going to be we go to the Dreadnaught for the 3 or the 6 player activity. I'm really hoping, and they said one thing that made me think that it will be a destination. He said that they want it to be littered with secrets and stuff to uncover, exactly like the Dreadnaught was in The Taken King in Destiny 1, because that was the best destination ever. There was so much to do. It's almost like the Dreaming City, how there's just secrets everywhere. That was like the Dreadnaught in Destiny 1. And I don't really see that level of crazy secrets to uncover in something like a 3 or a 6 player activity, even though they did that in the Shattered Realm in Season of the Lost, I believe it was Season of the Lost. Yeah, whatever came out right before the Witch Queen, that activity where there were plenty of secrets in there, but it was a smaller zone, the Dreadnought is so huge. I just feel like they wouldn't bring back the Dreadnought unless it was an actual location. We'll have to wait and see. So let me know if you caught anything that I didn't catch in this video. What I'm looking at are the shiny new weapons that we can get, the amazing looking armor sets, the really cool stories, the new activities, new destinations, the way that they're doing these episodes. We have so much content this year, and we have, more importantly, so much content that's going to be distributed at a good rate, or much quicker rate than they have been in previous seasons, where we just kind of get the season for 4 months at a time and then get 1 week, per season. This is going to be kind of crunched up into 6 week long acts, which I like better. They're going to change things up with the artifact more often. They're going to give us more weapons each act. They're going to give us more battle pass stuff. Things will change. It's going to be awesome. So I am, if you can't tell, I'm just so hyped with Destiny. I probably repeated myself a lot in this video, but if you share that same excitement, let me know. If you're not excited about Destiny, let me know as well. And let me know why, because I am curious why you might not be liking Destiny if you've played the Final Shade. If you've taken time off of Destiny, and obviously you're never going to come back, that's a different story. But guys, thank you for watching. These are my thoughts on the journey ahead and the final shape. I will see you in the Discord, the next video, or the next live stream, which is tomorrow night at 6:30. See you there.